What's going on, everyone? Today is Sunday. I hope everyone had a good Sunday, watch you some football or just relax on this. At least it was a nice day here in Houston, Texas. Now, this video is a video that I really needed to do. And one of the sisters had emailed me and they was speaking about, maybe you should address a few things that you haven't addressed so you could put to rest some things. I say, you know what? You're right about that. So I made sure to make out a list of stuff that I really need to address, put to bed. That way I don't want to hear it too much anymore because I finally answered it. But before I get into that, I want to make sure to thank every person that has subscribed to the channel, those who have subscribed and faithfully watch, faithfully leave a comment. Even if you do not agree with me at times, it's fine. I'm not right for everything I say. Maybe you have a better idea. Maybe you have a more informed opinion, and that's fine. I'm not the oracle of anything. Neither I'm the oracle of the English language. So the English police could stop visiting. I also want to definitely thank the Patreon subscribers that has went to our Patreon page and donated $5 or more on a monthly basis. That doesn't go unnoticed, that's for sure. And it really helps us out. And I've been doing my part to let you guys know the behind the scenes stuff that will go on with this platform in the guise of Patreon exclusive videos. I just uploaded a video today. I messaged all you guys on Patreon so you guys can, check out what's going on behind the scenes. Remember, you're going to know more than anybody else because you want to make sure to support this platform. It's not a dig at nobody else. It's just we have to create something a little different for the Patreon people. Now, we're looking at a shirt here that we had just created. It's on Teespring. Now, I designed this shirt myself. I wanted to put this stuff together. I like the, shirt itself. And on the back of the shirt, as you could see here, we even got the logo. Now, we have 21 days left for this shirt, now up to October the 10th. So if you like to buy this shirt, it's $25, because sometimes some of you may say, well, I want to get something in return. Well, you can give the $25. We definitely get proceeds off of that. It's a limited amount of shirts. It's like about 49 shirts left. So get them while you can. And that's the first thing that we definitely want to cover here. Now, I definitely made a list of things that I really need to address all the way around. Certain comments that some of you have left to me and they really stuck out. So I would definitely want to make sure I go through all of them. Now, when I do my videos, you guys need to know I don't write a script. I look at the information and then I go off of how I feel was my opinion at the time. To me, I feel it's more authentic. I feel it's more genuine when I do that. And I noticed that it works out very well for me to do that. But the first thing that I want to address, and this is a comment that was left a bunch of times. I used to respect you until, and then I'm going to go on with the until is. When people say I used to respect you until, that means basically you only respected me because you agreed with me. For instance, I've had some people say I respected you until you started making videos about white supremacists and racism. Well, you only agree with me when I was talking about whatever subject matter you liked. And these individuals like when I talk about black people and what they do wrong, and which I'm very concerned on what black people is doing. I'm a black person. I relate to that a lot more and I care. But at the same time, I'm not going to let white supremacists get away with anything, and I'm not going to speak up about it. Sorry. Now, on the flip side, I've had some black people say the same thing. I used to respect you until you said something about black people. Stop bashing black people. Well, every black people not right for everything they're doing. I call things out what is right and I'm against what is wrong. And if you only respected me just because you agree with me, then you didn't respect me at all. When I respect a person, I'm going to respect them when I agree with them, and I'm going to respect them when I disagree with them. As long as they did not personally do anything to my family or anything related to that, then why would I lose respect for a person? I mean, that's kind of how I feel about that. So don't tell me you used to respect me and it was all based off of opinion. Now, the next thing that I wanted to address here is, why do you always show stories with black people? Well, Let me ask you a question. Have you ever went to ABC, NBC, CBS, MSNBC? Shoot, have you ever went to Univision and asked them, why do they always show stories of Hispanics in it, Mexicans in it? Why is all you show 24/7? You don't go ask them that question. On Fox News Channel, you don't go ask them, why don't they show more stories of black people in it? You never go ask those questions. It's always, when it comes to, I notice black people doing certain things, they're asked, why aren't you showing this or why aren't you doing that? This is the thing. As black people, we don't have any platforms. We really don't, that can show how we feel about certain things. We don't have that. I tell things based off of the information I receive. I also tell it off of the black experience in America. Not to say my experience represents all black people, but I try to tell it best way possible how we feel about the situation. And, you know, we don't have that. So I always said for so long that I want to create that. And I don't want to get to the point where I say, oh, all these different voices are coming along and telling me what I should do. So I should bend to them and do what they want me to do. No, I have to stay true to what I am good at. And I'm definitely good at voicing things that happen toward the community that I, you know, relate to the most. But at the end of the day, even if it happens to black people, anybody can relate to it. You mean to tell me you don't have crime in your community, or you don't have, you know, fatherless households possibly, or single mothers, or kids that could be wayward, or, you know, you don't have job situations, or you don't deal with the police doing things they shouldn't be doing. Everybody deal with it, maybe not in a degree that we deal with a few things, but everybody can relate to that. So if it bothers you that much that I'm always showing stories about black people, then I don't know what to tell you. I am a black man. And until you show me you went to Univision and Telemundo and any other Al Jazeera and all different ones that's out there doing things relating to the people in their community, then why tell me something? That's the only thing I'm saying about that. Now, the next one. Why I can't say certain things. You know, some of you guys say, well, sometimes he's too careful. He won't say this and he won't say that. You know, some of the things that I've read you guys say in the comment section, you guys are very ruthless. You guys are very brutal. And if I was to say the things that you say in the comment section, I promise you there'll be two suits standing at my door questioning me why I said what I said on YouTube. You have to understand, in one instance, it's good to gain a platform, but in another instance, it's kind of scary because it's so many eyes and ears looking and watching for you to slip up. So that's why sometimes I'm like, well, I would like to say this, but I'm not. It's not that I'm afraid to say it. It's just when you get to certain levels, you have to move a little differently. That's all. When I just started my YouTube channel, maybe when I had 1 subscriber, okay, I could say a whole lot of stuff that I can't say today because nobody was paying attention to me like that. So I could say a lot. And that's just kind of where I'm at, you know, why I can't say certain things. Now, another thing I need to address, I can't defend us when we are wrong. You know, some of you love when I do the videos about white supremacy. But the moment I speak up about us doing something wrong, you want to get upset. I can't defend us when we're wrong. And the reason why I can't do that is because it's going to hurt the integrity of what we're doing if we're constantly defending us when we're wrong. And also, what kind of message is that going to go out to our, you know, young men, our young women, that it's okay to do wrong because we're going to back you up? That is so wrong. If anything, we need to teach you to prevent getting yourself in some sort of trouble. We need to tell you what's the right thing to do, tell you how to navigate America being a black man and black woman. That's what we need to do. I'm not in the business of trying to instruct you to lead you to the path of disaster. I'm not going to tell you to go fight and get into it with the police when I know they got a history of killing black people wholesale. If you just look at them funny, that will happen. So why would I sit there and encourage you to do that? I want to get you to minimize your interaction with them. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not going to put out a message that it's okay to do some thugging and start making a ruckus when something happened. I'm going to tell you, get a job. I'm going to tell you, is a better way to do this. You don't have to rob people. You don't have to do anything. And then when these folks, do something to you, you want to get upset, but it's ways to prevent that. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. And I would be horrible to try to instruct you otherwise. I want you to stay alive. I want you to be well. I want you to do good for the community. And maybe you could be the next person that we need to listen to. But you can't do that if you're young and somebody's trying to tell you to do a bunch of wrong things. I just can't do that, at all. I'm sorry. Now, one lady said this to me, and, sister, if you know who you are, if you hear this video, I'm a paraphrase, and she told me, why haven't my female presenters have been lighter skinned and haven't been dark skinned? And when I got that comment, I was like, huh? That comment floored me. It floored me because when I look at black people, I don't look at black people like he's light, she's dark. Of course, I can see that. But I don't look at our people like that. I look at us as black people because at the end of the day, light-skinned black people, they don't get out of stuff no more different. Look, Corin Gaines is light-skinned, very, very light-skinned. And look what happened to her, period. You could be darker than me. It doesn't matter. We all black at the end of the day. And, when it came to people like Sister Sadia, I don't care if she was the color she is or she darker than me. I wouldn't care because I see what she do and the message that she put out, and it's something I feel would be good. When it comes to, I think it was referencing Miss Gabriella, my lights make anybody a little bit lighter. Trust me, I'm a little bit lighter on camera than I would be if you see me in person. But the thing is, I don't even consider her light skin. She's a brown skinned person, and I don't understand what's the issue with it. Is it about the message the person is saying, not the person's skin tone? And we are still talking about colorism. And one thing that I, kind of noticed is, us as black men, we don't have that issue. So I don't get why the women have that issue. And that's why sometimes I ask Sister Sadia, could you talk about that issue of colorism? Because I don't get it. It's ridiculous. And if anything, I think the very first person I really did a video with was T. When me and her got together in Washington, D.C. and did some, working together, doing interviews and all this other stuff. So I don't even know what you're talking about. T is one of my best friends on YouTube. We talk and, it's certain conversations that we have that most people wouldn't even understand as being a black content creator and being very frustrated at times with doing YouTube and the various platforms and things that we go through and what we see our white counterparts doing. And it's just, it's a lot of stuff that you guys don't even know in those conversations. So I don't know what makes it a difference if the person light skinned or dark skinned, because, a lot of times I've seen somebody dark skinned or darker than me to be the biggest coon I ever seen. The next thing I want to address, Miss Gabriella herself, since I mentioned her. Now, Miss Gabriella been around since about 2012, helping me for a long time. Miss Gabriella has been there, and those of you who know, has been there through all the trolling and the drama and the shenanigans. And you know what I'm talking about, those who've been around long enough, about the drama, the trolling and shenanigans. Okay. She's been helping me in the background on the shows. She's been on the radio show. We were doing the radio show constantly. She did a lot of social media posting for me, doing things on the website. She's been doing a whole lot of things for me since 2012. So that's some years. Okay. So when Miss Gabriella, for instance, she got out of college because she do hold a political science degree. And I felt that, in order to grow this platform in the way I kind of want to grow it, it can't be just off of me. And I know a lot of y'all, the comments was, I just like to hear you. I just want to hear you. Well, at times I may not be available sometime. I can get busy. I may have to do some things in the background business wise to get a bigger platform than what we have now. And I need somebody that could possibly come in and continue to do some things in my absence. But most time I try to be here because this is what I do. Having a two-person show, it gives you two different forms of opinion. And I know a lot of you guys are in that, well, I'm just used to you and I'm not used to this. Well, you acted the same way with Brother Derek and Sister Sadia. when they came in, you said the same thing. I'm not used to him. Who is this guy? I don't like him. You talked about his, his faith affiliation and all this other stuff. But with time, you guys started to receive him and, liking some of his opinions. Same thing with Sister Sadia. Some of you guys was calling her Rachel Dolezal, and she ain't black and she mixed, and she got black parents, but she's mixed and all this other stuff, but with time, and she started doing more and more on the platform. A lot of people started to agree with the things that she was talking about. Some people didn't agree with things she's talking about, and that's fine. I'll make all these decisions because you cannot build a network with one person. It just doesn't work. If you look at CNN, you look at MSNBC, you look at any of these places, they don't have one host to run the whole network. It's made out of a bunch of different people. That's what keep it going, not just one personality. Now, some people have an issue, and I saw this on a comment today, that I don't label all white folks. That's what they had an issue with me. They said that he's careful to say, well, the white supremacists or black phobics, where he won't say, well, I can't label all white folks. I can't label all black folks. I can't label whoever, because generalizing a whole group of people is stupid. If we don't like it as black people, when someone generalizes us, then why in the world are we going to generalize somebody else? You can't expect me to do something a little different than I don't want to happen to us as black people. So you may down the line could have had maybe a ally that could be faithful to you to the end. You just don't know. So you don't want to alienate people, because you may have an ally that want to fight for your cause, but they feel like they can't do it because you're looking at them in a way they're not. So we can't label all people, and it's not pandering to white folks. It's just being honest to say that not every white person I meet is in the Klan or is a white supremacist. I can't say that, and you can't say that either. So we got to be honest with that stuff. And that's why I try to be, because I have to take responsibility for my words a lot. And I analyze what I say. And if something is said across here, I have to answer for it more than the person who said it. So that's why we constantly have to analyze what we say and not label all people. All right. So the next thing I want to cover is a question came up. Why I have over 500,000 subscribers, but my views aren't even close to it. And that is a real good logical question. Why do that many people subscribe, but yet that many people do not watch? Now, based upon my research, news channels will only get between 5 to 7% viewership out of the number of subscriptions they have. That's just about average. And I will kind of show a little bit what I'm talking about here. Now, if you look, I'm on CNN's page, right? Now, CNN has 1.5 million subscribers, right? Now, according to what a lot of you would say that since you have 500,000 subscribers, you should at least clear 100,000. And that does not happen. Well, CNN has 1.5 million. And let's look at them. Now, the best way to judge a video is wait to look at the video when it's been up for weeks or a month, or whatever you want to say, and then look at the viewership of that. Now, CNN has 1.5 million subscribers. Yet, if you look at the video right here, we're pointing at, they only had 19,000 views. Actually, CNN performs around 1%, maybe 0.5% of their subscriptions they get in views. CNN don't do very good on YouTube with that many subscribers. Okay. They don't even make the average of 5 to 7%. Now you see all these videos that they have 10,000, 3,000, 8,000. Now this one hit, but this should be normal views for them, really, but they don't get those, views normally, right? On their videos. And that's them. Now, remember, they had 1.5 million views. Now, we're going to look at the next people, the Young Turks. Everybody know who they are. They have 3 million subscribers, right? Fine. But if you go look at some of their videos from 4 weeks ago, Some of them have, 67,000, 59,000. Now, this one's 146. But with 3 million subscribers, according to you guys, they should be having 1 million plus views, maybe 2 million views a video. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is this. You're not going to match the amount of subscribers to views on news channels. Now, comedy channels, you can get an average to 40 to maybe 50%, sometimes even more in views against subscribers. If you're doing celebrity gossip, you're going to get a whole lot. Like T knock it out the park on views. You know why T knock it out? Because she do celebrity gossip. That's a hot topic to get in if you want to do it just for views. News is one of the hardest genres to do on YouTube. Most people don't come to YouTube to watch news. They come to hear the laugh. They want to hear music. They want to hear celebrity gossip. They like drama. They like all this other stuff. But news is not the top topic. That's why it takes so much money. And I didn't realize how much money it takes to do news and time. Now we will look at my page, right? So this is just maybe from 4 weeks ago or so on my page. So I got 500,000 and it has 25,000 views here, another one 21,000, 29, 23, and so on. Some of them hit, every once in a while we'll hit 100,000 on something, and we'll just keep, going from there. But what I'm trying to say is that is the deal with news channels, 5 to 7% viewership on average. The next one that I wanted to cover, one person says, when you have 500,000 subscribers, but they really don't support you. Once again, it goes back to that 5 to 7% number, because like a detractor said that, he has a GoFundMe up. He asks people to support him, but they won't even do it. But yet I guarantee they always asking him to make videos and do stuff for them. And, I don't know why he even do it. He should just be like, forget them because they're not supporting him. How is it he got to GoFundMe for 6 months, but yet can't even get his studio? That's what one of my detractors said. And, when you hear things like that, it can put you like, dog, like that, because how can you argue it? You can't, but you got to go back to the research. If all you're getting is between a 5 to 7% viewership, it's literally your faithful people that's going to watch. There are people that will help you. There are people that will want to keep it going, donate and everything else. But unfortunately, let's say, especially with us in the black community, okay, I'm going to say about 30% of our community will be there to support anything that's going on, support black owned businesses. I mean, they are there. And the 70% not going to do it. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen. This is why you have people who try to go to the crossover success. This is why you have black celebrities who don't want to offend white folks, because they know white folks, they start getting that money from white folks, it's not going to stop. Bottom line, when it comes to us, we jealous minded of each other. Let's call it what it is. We're jealous. We undercut each other. I had one black lady said that I'm not going to give anything. I'm not going to make nobody rich. Like, I don't see myself being rich, but it's stuff like that. It's that attitude that we have within the black community. There's crabs in the barrel, all this other stuff. We can't support each other. And this is why we struggle so much to have something. Black people have enough money collectively to do for themselves. They don't even need to get loans from the government or loans from any bank. But yet we won't do that. We have the ability through crowdfunding to support each other, to fund businesses, to do everything for ourselves. And yet we still don't do it. Why? Because you don't want to see another black person get ahead of you, if you, in your mind, to get ahead of you. And that's what we have to deal with. Unfortunately, this is why you have a lot of people that'll start cooning and buffooning and doing all this stuff, is because you unfortunately don't want to support black people doing stuff. And I'm not the only black person that's saying this. I'm just telling you that. And what happens is this black person gets so frustrated because they want to do more. They want to do this. They want to do that. They know they people could help them, but they won't. And then what happens is people on the outside is looking, and they'll swoop in at that right time and want to throw that money in your face, and they'll wait till you get so frustrated, and they be like, forget the community. They didn't want to help me. I'm just going to help myself and my family and go on and do by my business. This is what happens to a lot of people. So when they say, oh, this person was so strong for the community, and then all of a sudden they fell off, I can guarantee you something happened. I've seen it happen too many times. Now, I'm not saying that's me. I'm not in that position because I have more faith in y'all. But, you know, at times my faith can dwindle too, because I sit there and watch y'all spend $200 on some LeBron James. I see y'all spend money on all kind of clothes. They don't bring nothing to you, not even information, not even a return. And y'all have no problem giving Nike your money and all these other ones. You have no problem doing that. But when it comes to supporting black people, black owned businesses, you don't want to do that. You guys tell me one instance, you want more positive stuff. I go out to try to get more positive content, spend money that we could have spent somewhere else to pay a videographer, to pay editing and all this other stuff for a video. You guys don't watch it. And this is why that's another thing. You guys would not ever get positive content from nobody because you don't support it. I just put up a 1 minute video, 1 minute from a presentation that I done. Hardly anybody really watched it. But let me put up something about racism. Let me put up something about the hyenas and the thugs. Let me put up something about murder or whatever else. You guys gonna watch that. You're going to watch it. You're going to comment. You're going to get pissed off because really, I'm going to tell you what it is. It's not just y'all. It's the whole America. You like infotainment. That's what you like. You want the information is fine, but you need to be entertained. The person has to be a personality to you. They have to entertain you, make you laugh. They have to do something. And the more a person is entertaining you, the more popular that person could be. So it's like that's where you don't have really news reporters anymore. You have news personalities. They have to be a personality to even get your attention. So when I went out and going to a business mixer to show black people in business and showing to you, trying to bring a different thing to YouTube to say, hey, look, there's other black people in business, there's black people doing positive. You don't want to watch that stuff. You don't. And when I look at this as a network, because I'm trying to build this as a network, you guys, when it comes to the TV networks, they don't show TV shows that's not getting the ratings. Those TV shows go away. Just like I said before, you know why Love and Hip Hop stay on? Because you watch it. That's why. You start watching it, it goes away. It's just that simple. They're not going to stop showing it. It's so much easier for me to do Ratchet Video Weekly. Comedy stuff I'm just having fun with. I'm not serious. I'm just having fun with the junk. That's why I tell people, don't come over there telling me serious crap, because I go do those videos at times to take a break from this, because this stuff is draining mentally. It's draining emotionally, because there's so much stuff that go on. It just make you, it's like Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I know some of you going to say, well, when are you going to make another one? I have videos in my computer to make. I just didn't get to it yet. I'm trying to do all this other stuff, but I will get to it. I understand. So, that's really, on that subject. I know I went pretty lengthy on that. And the last thing, as I stated earlier, I'm pretty hard on myself. Some things y'all tell me what I should do, shouldn't do. I remember the first thing that I really wanted to change about myself on this platform was my accent, because I would hear myself talk and other people watching, and I would literally hate to hear my accent. I say, oh my God. I say, I sound horrible. How is people watching this crap? That's me saying that to myself. And I started to trying to look up someone that could come in, a vocal coach or whatever, and pay them to get me to lose my accent and lose the way I speak, and just kind of be extremely professional in my speech. And right before I did it, I had a conversation with my wife, and my wife told me, she said, look, you can do that and that's fine. And I know you'll learn what they're teaching you and you'll master it probably very well. She said, the only thing that's going to happen with you that you're going to be paying attention to so much how you speak that it's going to take away from your personality when you do the videos. And you will probably start seeing people telling you that. So I think you should just stick to what you're doing and don't change that, because that is what made you. That's what made you distinct, at least your accent. I say, well, I say, I guess you're right. Because like I said, I'm very hard on myself more than anybody else. Trust me, I am. I mean, I'm human just like anybody else. Another thing, it's definitely mentioning my wife. I saw some comments about Miss Gabriella, and in the area of things I thought it was very inappropriate, saying, oh, she your side chick, she this, she that. First and foremost, it's not even that kind of party. Number one, if my wife don't approve of anybody coming in the platform, they really not going to come, because we do this thing together. You may not see her, but we do this thing together. Ms. Gabriella, like I stated before, been working for me since 2012. I look at her as my little sister, and I talk to her in that manner. And, some of you guys are thirst buckets, and that's fine if you want to look at her like that. But not every man that has an interaction with a woman is doing something like that. That's just not how it is. And also, what I love about my wife, she's not an insecure woman, because, insecure women wouldn't probably allow her even around me like that. But my wife isn't insecure because I don't give her any reason to be insecure. I'm usually a one woman man. Women don't impress me too much like that. It takes a lot to impress me. And I'm not even on that mindset, because I'm a married man. Like I said, my wife been there through thick and thin. I mean, shoot, through some stuff that y'all don't even know she been through with me. And I got nothing but the utmost respect, for her. And, really where we at today, it wouldn't been for her, we wouldn't be here. She's the one that pushed me to do certain things. She's the one to say, let's make a sacrifice and spend the money and do this and then the third to build this platform. Trust me, she's the one that point out at times some videos that I'm not even seeing. She's the one at times to get on to me about certain things I may be saying or whatever. So trust me and believe me, my wife is very involved in this platform, and part of the success definitely goes to my wife when it comes to this platform, because she just saw some things that I should be doing and motivated me and pushed me and supported me and was willing to make the sacrifices to help, us build what we have at least today. And even other things that we may have going on, she's definitely directly involved with that. Even on the business side, she's coordinated a whole lot of stuff, on the business side with me, and it's just getting better and better and better. So, trust me, ain't nobody gonna come around here and mess up what we got going on, because I got way too much to lose. So when it comes to those comments you guys are making, you out of pocket. And if I see them comments again, I will block you 100%. It will not be a problem for me to block you. Let's discuss the stories. You can say you agree. You can say you disagree. Cool. No problem. But once you start talking like that about me personally and being disrespectful, then, I don't care how long you've been here, you're going to have to go. I know it's been a long video, guys, but I just want to kind of just air out everything I can in this video. If you got any comments, questions, or even critiques to make the show better, let me know. I mean, I'm always up to listening. I mean, like I said before, a lot of you guys have suggested a lot of things to me. And, we've definitely have implemented those changes. So like I said before, make sure you subscribe, share the videos if you can with your friends, family, coworkers, on your social media pages as well. And we'll definitely see you on the next news report.